And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they'll run it here. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. 3rd down here.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. A first carry now for the former Viking. This is Jerick McKinnon, and he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably some more there.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on 1st down? Flush to his right, and he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. Over the middle, he's got Deshaun Hamilton. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
1st and 10 here for Flacco. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down.
You got it. Monday. Hey, Monday.
Passing play, Flacco. Eluding the pressure right. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 23 yards on the play.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year, and it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Flacco once more. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Setting up to throw, Flacco. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are in for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, eluding the tackle. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
20!
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On third down, that's Lindsey. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on third down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
Now they try the right side here, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A break from the ground game here. Flacco. They still can't get it. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Flacco. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. D. Ford in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now Flacco. He's going to flip one out here to his running back, and he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3rd and long for Joe Flacco. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's pulled in at the 32. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Deep ball for Goodwin. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. And it's up and good. That pushes the lead now to 15-7. Gold now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there for Denver, 44 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. In trouble in the balls, and he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Flush to his right. Throw left side. It's reeled in by Hamilton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
On 1st down, Flacco. Eluding the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Flacco from the gun. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Flacco to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos are in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a play fake here on first down. Derek Wolfe breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. That's fielded in the end zone. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Goodwin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Garoppolo hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. First and 10. Garoppolo again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. In for the score. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, They use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Flacco looks to throw. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team. And they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
Now it's Flacco. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Throwing here on first down, Flacco. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Flacco. Buying time to his left. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Now Flacco. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On first down, Garoppolo. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Brandon, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get two hands on the football and pick it off.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on 1st down? Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. DeForest Buckner in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 19. Setting up to throw, Flacco. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it down to the 32. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And McManus able to put it through. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And San Francisco gets set to go here. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Garoppolo now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Second down, Flacco now. Wide open receiver complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos. And even 40 yards. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And this time, not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award on this very field, Von Miller, in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
65.
They'll try to run with Breida. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Back to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now they try the right side here. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. And the 49ers going to take another timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And on the ground they go with a running back. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here's Brian Anger now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
11.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it.
11.
You've got to have guys back there to defend that. But also, you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat-and-mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
11. 13. White.
One final try now for Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.